Good Thursday morning. It is November 21st, 2024. For some reason I can't get that out of my mouth. Hey, this is the observed from radar estimates of rain last night. Some little pockets here and there of a bit more, around a half an inch or so, but in general, not enough to really dent the drought. Those showers and storms really got going eastern parts of the area and then out over to D.C., where as much as an inch fell. So not a real drought denter, but kind of some exciting rain with some very heavy winds and things coming through. Dallas Airport did report a 51-mile-per-hour wind gust. I definitely say we probably got that close out here because I had sustained winds one time up near 45 miles per hour, which means that in a 5-second period of time, we were stuck at about 41 miles per hour, and I know gusts were probably much higher than that. So some exciting weather the next 24 hours, so we'll go over the local and then we'll go national. Did you realize that models run and they're lagging because they take a while to run? So this is showing 2 a.m. this morning. What we're looking at kind of out there, this is the NAM, North American model. And we'll put this into motion. Sorry, I had to take a moment and move it. So we move forward here and we see the colder air still kind of filtering in over the area. Today, it doesn't look super windy today. I mean, it will be kind of breezy at times, especially this evening. Here's one thing that's interesting. This afternoon, after 1, 2, 3 p.m., here's this rogue kind of shower system, maybe a thunderstorm, but I think it's probably pretty much a shower. I would not be surprised if this comes true, and this has been showing up on multiple model runs, that this little cluster of showers is going to come through. Don't be surprised if you get some grapple or small hail. Grapple is refrozen snow pellets as they fall, and small hail, is obviously just rain that's frozen solid, not like sleet near the surface, but up higher up in the atmosphere. It's so cold aloft that could happen. So I think we could see a shower this afternoon. Maybe some winds in that for sure. So we'll have to see. Maybe another type of round of that, maybe a little bit later. So some scattered showers. And then here we got a snow shower overnight that kind of comes through, kind of fades out. Don't specifically concentrate on these little systems, where they form and what they do. Short range models are trying to do the best they can to figure that out. But here's where the low pressure that's to the north kind of pivots southward over the region. This, again, tomorrow morning shows it will kind of start off as rain, and then it will cool the atmosphere some, and we'll go over to snow. If this NAM is right, now NAM, the North American model, is very notorious for overdoing the amount of precipitation. So we'll have to see if this comes true. But if it does, we could have a period of snow tomorrow from mid to late morning. Probably mixed with rain initially. Then if we get it heavy enough, it will go over. But here you can kind of see it mixing back and forth between rain and snow. That's just all due to rates, because the harder it precipitates, it will cool the atmosphere some, and we'll get some snow out of it. I'm not going to really go into details on how much this could do some whitening, though, with your mulch piles and things like that, for sure, if the NAM comes true. Not saying it will come true, but now we have snow in the forecast. Only snow tomorrow morning at a 70% chance, and then, of course, it's going to mix with rain in the afternoon and probably change over to rain later when it becomes light. So, hey, first snow of the season. I'm pretty excited about it. So that is the short-term forecast. Also, we are looking at isobars kind of, tightening up, especially tomorrow, tonight into tomorrow morning, and then again, especially tomorrow night into Saturday morning. So now it's good to go to national, but remember, I use the national map to kind of show you patterns and trends and things like that. So this is GFS, the American model, this morning, and it's different than what we saw the last 24 hours. You may have heard of storms, a rumor of storms around Thanksgiving. I started to get a little bit interested when a couple models showed some interesting stuff, but there's a lot of fluctuation at 7 days out. There's a lot of fluctuation because the environment is going through transition, and when it does that, it has a hard time. But here we go. Again, the next 24 hours, the GFS also showing that burst of snow tomorrow, but changing over to some rain, as I mentioned. It will kind of get warmer. When it's warmer, it's going to be rain. When it's or lighter, it will be rain for sure. If it's heavier, it will be snow. Here we go through the weekend. This is not that chilly at all. We're now going through Sunday. The winds have subsided. The warmer ice bars, the 500 millibar level, are kind of coming back in. This is mild weather, 50s, and then look, southerly winds next week. You could see some 60s again. As we head into Tuesday, Here comes the front, and this is Arctic air that's going to spill down into the nation. This is the telltale for the long term. Looks like we're going to really have some colder shots. So this comes through with a front. Initially, this will try to bring in a little bit of cooler air. Not as cold as once thought. The high pressure system is up to the north. It's kind of lagging a little bit here. Here it is, and here's a low pressure system. Initially, this high was running out in front of this low on these models. Now the low is outpacing the cold. And so what does that mean? Well, it means more likely we'll see rain. If this high had been further east, and this low had been further east like it was initially forecast, I was thinking we could see potentially some snow. So around Thanksgiving next week, looks like we'll have some rain move in. And it will probably be a cold rain. I mean, this is subject to change, but it all depends on how things line up. This definitely was in a different position yesterday on the forecast models, and that really brought some interesting weather. For Black Friday, it was showing snow. So this kind of comes through and just looks kind of wet, for maybe from Thursday to Friday. We'll have to see if this comes true again. It's already changed a lot in the last 24 hours, so it could change differently again. It probably will to some extent. But definitely colder air is knocking on the door by next Friday. And as we head into that following Thanksgiving weekend, first part of December, we do have cold air kind of locked in. Well, I say locked in. I should say into the northern part of the states. We're still on the borderline between the hot and cold. Temperatures likely to be below normal. Not super below normal, but definitely below normal. And here comes a low pressure system kind of coming into that cold. So, maybe something will happen around this time period, or way out in La La Land. This is also a good reinforcing shot of cold air, and this is early in December. But what I want to share here is, okay, it's going to get cold. We definitely have several days of cold. The Climate Prediction Center is forecast below normal temperatures in an 8 to 14 day period. But how things pan out exactly will be interesting. And then look at this, Arctic, whooshoo, coming out around the 5th or whatever. We'll have to see if this comes true. Again, models have kind of been fluctuating a lot, but on pattern changes they always do. And this looks wintry to an extent. We'll have to see. I don't know. We're in La La Land here. Take everything with a grain of salt. But this says, as we head into December, at least for the first week to 10 days, I would suspect we could be pretty cold. All right. So that's it. Today, not too bad, but we could have a shower that comes up in the middle part of the day with some rough or hail. Won't be warm today. Highs in the upper 40s. Tonight, lows in the low 30s. Tomorrow, again, we could have a period of snow in the morning that would mix with rain and stuff, especially if it's lighter at times. But possibly accumulating a little bit on some of your grassy areas and things like that. So don't be surprised. It could be a nice little thing. Time to turn on that Christmas music if you're a Christmas lover like me. And then as we head into the weekend, things start to mild up. But we mild into early next week. Could have rain around mid next week, which has been pretty much the set forecast for a while. And then we're kind of teetering on whether or not that cold air comes in here. If the cold air happens to get in here, we'll have to watch for something. If not, it won't. So the cold air looks like it comes and kind of gets reinforced as we head into December. All right, that's it. That was a long outlook. Tomorrow morning could be interesting. Definitely keep you updated through the day. Have a good Thursday or Friday evening. Say it. This has been your Loudoun County Weather Outlook.